threat definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Yeah, you got to be a triple threat at every position, and at the point guard, it just commands so much more attention. They're the initiators of the offense. There's so many guys who are tremendous scorers that can create opportunities themselves with the ball and do it from deep range. They can play off a pick and roll and manipulate the defenses. So it has been a golden era for point guards, and it's a new way in which they play, being able to shoot that three ball, Kevin.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Dillon Brooks. And it's Bane in at the 2 guard. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Jackson a screen on Isaac. Here's Brooks. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Inside, outside, mid-range, Brooks has the accuracy to make whatever look he gets work for him.
Pass to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. And there's the pass to Bane. Got a piece of it. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last. And our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. As you look at Memphis, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they are rolling, showing a lot of belief in themselves. The fan base is energized. We'll see if they can keep this up.
Just 5 on the clock. Morant drives in. Jackson from long range. A three-pointer is right on target.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Isaac outside. Back to Curry. Isaac outside. He kicks it to Thompson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Brooks with it. Isaac picks him up. Pass to Bane. Back to Brooks. That one's not going to go. The Warriors go the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Now here's Brooks. After the miss from Joel Embiid, Brooks finds Adams. Brooks against Curry. Adams with the screen on Curry. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. No good on the 3. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. It's a 3-point game. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the dunk by Embiid.
That's how you run the pick and roll. You have to respect Steph shooting the ball, and then he just slices the D up with the pass.
It's stolen by Curry. Here's Thompson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
And something we've seen the last few years, boxing ones thrown at Curry, although they've had mixed success. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Thompson misses. And amazing to even consider using a box and one in the NBA, isn't it, Greg? But Curry does that with his offense to the teams that defend him.
Kevin, I agree. And it did work well in the 2019 finals. Curry has started to adjust to that look. Much harder to use when Curry has other options on offense.
And that one is good. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson. Getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
Thompson sets the pick for Curry. Out to Thompson. Puts up a 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Bane. 14 points from him the last game against Portland.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the stripe a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Now here's Curry, trailing by 2. Kicks it to Green. And the rejection by Jackson. Now here's Morant. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. For those teams, Greg, that had head coaching changes, how long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Richardson comes in for Green, and Gary Payton has subbed in for Thompson. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Tillman, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jackson. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Bain. And Jones subbed in for Morant. In the corner, it's Richardson. To the middle, stolen by Anderson. Melton with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
Good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Grizzlies have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Some changes for Golden State. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac, and it's done in for Stephen Curry. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Clark, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And he makes all 3.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. One thing he's worried about, allowing Joel Embiid to get into a groove from outside. Coach said when Embiid's hitting threes, that opens up their entire offense. Obviously, we have to pack the lane against him, but we also can't give him free looks from deep. It's hard to accomplish both of those things, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Jones. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Anderson. Clark outside. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Memphis basketball.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team. The Warriors, number 1. The Grizzlies, 4th.
Both teams really good at passing the basketball. You look at the numbers from a season ago, very unselfish.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Tillman. 3-pointer. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Dunn looking over the floor. Picked off in midair. The pass to Jones. Driving the lane. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. Payton against Anderson. Payton passes to Embiid, and they double up Embiid. Payton kicks to Dunn. Embiid with it. Lock at 6. Out to Thompson. A 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
I just love the flow and the mechanics of what Klay does so efficiently with that J.
Dunn against Jones. Pass to Tillman. Inside, here's Clark, and stolen by Richardson. Here's Dunn, coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Thompson outside. Stripped it away. And here's Melton. Here's the screen. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Warriors. They trail by 1. Dunn passes to Payton.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Dunn, to the paint. A steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Jones is running. And it's Anderson that time on the assist from Jones. And the Grizzlies lead by 3. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Grizzlies?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
And look at how Dunn slices apart the defense with his passing. Phenomenal in the pick and roll.
The kick out to Anderson. It's over Embiid, and the shot is long. Warriors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Melton. Thompson passes to Embiid. Knocks it loose. Memphis has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Clark finds Melton. Passes it to Tillman.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Damian Lee is checked in for Klay Thompson.
Coming onto the floor for your Warriors.
On defense, the Warriors. Jones in the post. Dunn covering.
Really at the right place defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Warriors trail by 3. Now Dunn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Richardson outside. Here's Iguodala, and it goes down 2 points.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Here's Melton, and the rejection by Iguodala. Melton, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 1. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And a bit of a lull in the play of Joel Embiid. He sees the need.
I think I need to, be.
And certainly Embiid has shown he can dominate.
MVP level talent. He's just got to bring it every time down the floor.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Richardson is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Peyton. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Bassey in at the foul, roaming the paint. And the Warriors making a change here.
Substitution for your Warriors. Jonathan Isaac. Draymond.
Memphis trailing here.
Stephen Curry.
Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
Jackson passes to Bane. Just 4 to shoot. And they'll get another chance. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And check out the numbers for Curry. Coming off a terrific season. He averaged about 32 points a game last year. 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And you love how he facilitates their offense. Just a terrific decision maker.
So many times it's with the extra pass, and man, he's delivering.
Now here's Curry. Following the missed shot by Jaren Jackson. Curry finds Richardson. Green with a screen on Brooks. Richardson. A beautiful reverse layup. Richardson's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Greg at 6'5" and 200 pounds. Not the most imposing frame for Josh Richardson, but he is a quality defender.
Well, a lot of it is between the ears. I mean, the plus wingspan helps, but it's that competitive will that enables him to hold his own.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Draymond Green holding everybody accountable. We've seen this before.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so often, Draymond Green is called the heart of this team.
Well, he's been such a great leader since his time at Michigan State. He's out there barking directions to his offensive players. He's out there barking defensive assignments. He's barking at his coach. The list goes on, but that energy is infectious and helps lead his team to greater heights.
And here is Curry following Ja Morant's 3. Curry, good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Morant against Curry. Morant with it. The pass to Bain. Knocked away and stolen by Payton. He's looking for Isaac and finds him. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Pass to Bain. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Kick out to Adams. Brooks with no one around. No good on the triple.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a ruptured Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being the all-NBA player I was and won't settle for anything less. Guys, that will be a great comfort to this team.
Indeed, and who's going to doubt him? I love his attitude. Undaunted. David, thank you.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring the defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors team.
No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. 5th is Stephen Curry.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. Another 3 for Golden State.
Now, sometimes basketball is not all that complicated. Just let Stephen Curry shoot threes and get out of the way.
Now here's Morant. Jackson a screen on Green. Here's Bain, covered by Payton. Clock at 4. It's taken away by Payton. Outside Curry. Lets it go from the wing, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got 10 points in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
On top of all that, they've done a good job of making life difficult for the opposing shooters. They've had hands up and have contested a lot of shots. Look at the blocks.
Shot clock at 3. Payne for 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Curry against Morant. Curry passes to Isaac. Curry kicks to Richardson. Back to Curry. Adams some nice D.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. Sweet little floater. Jackson's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Passes it to Curry from deep three-point range. Again, Curry missing. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Brooks outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. He takes it in. The lead now in single digits. Brooks has got 7 points in the game.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Now here's Payton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Isaac with the screen for Curry. Back to Payton. To the inside. Isaac. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
And how about the flow with which he plays? Terrific moves, especially when it comes to dunking the basketball. A very versatile athlete who can finish above the rim.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And some changes here for the Warriors. Embiid, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Thompson comes in for Green. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Stephen Curry. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Toscano's checked in. Now here's Anderson. 14 points from him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Clark dishes to Anderson. Picked his pocket. Payton with the ball. Guarded now by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Jones against Dunn. At the top of the key, Clark. With the floater. Tillman's shot is off. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 19-7 run. Dunn passes to Thompson. Here's Embiid. Out to Thompson from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
And here is Dunn after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And they double up Embiid. Pass to Toscano. Here's Payton, and he drives in. That shot off. Some solid defense from Clark. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And another miss by Memphis. Warriors leading by 14. The pass to Embiid. A shake. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Embiid's got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Melton feeling it out a bit. The kick out to Anderson. And just miss after miss right now. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 28 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
Now, here's Dunn. Iguodala with a screen on Jones. It's stolen by Jones. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Melton. Poked away. Now here's Dunn. He's guarded by Melton. And again, no good by Golden State. Left side, Anderson. Clark outside. Off target from three-point range. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing good.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the...
And for that game against the Thunder, they clearly have the edge when you compare the two teams. But if they don't put forth the effort, the trap is set.
And now let's look at how Joel Embiid played in that first half. I'd say incredible.
His presence on the defensive end has been something else. Swatting away everything, denying people to the rim, rebounding. That kind of aggression can really drain your opponent's willpower.
And that's our halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. So on the floor for Memphis. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's John Morant. And it's Bane into the two. Now Morant after the missed three from Stephen Curry over Green. And Memphis with another turnover here. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Draymond Green, fourth.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Curry passes to Embiid. Here's Isaac. Brooks covering. Thompson outside. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Steven Adams, and you know the story, Brent, comes from a family of world-class athletes from New Zealand.
He has carved out an incredible career in the NBA, continues to be one of those guys that teammates love with the spirit he brings to the game, and just comes from a family of incredible athletic crowds.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, gravity is very, very real, and Steph Curry has the most of any NBA player right now.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And Stephen Curry popping out that mouthpiece, preparing himself to go to the free throw line, where he has been historic, the best to ever do it from the stripe.
Now here's Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got his second basket of the night. Brent, when you talk about the gravity of Curry, explain what you mean.
Well, Kevin, anytime that he's on the floor and he crosses half court, all 5 defenders are paying attention to where Steph is. The more he moves, the more he shifts around the incredible attention of all 5 defenders. And when guys make one misstep, or you have 2 defenders make one misstep to carry their way to where Steph Curry is, it opens up easier opportunities on any possession. That's what we're talking about when we speak on Steph's gravity.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Now here's Curry, 15 points in the game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Isaac finds Curry. They double team Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
Draymond Green not being affected by the shot clock winding down.
Morant passes to Adams. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Will it go? And block the ball with his palm. What a defensive play.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam game.
Your Warriors Dance Team.
The Warriors making a switch here. Richardson's checked in.
Josh Richardson.
Brooks against Richardson. And no good. Good D by Embiid. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Brooks against Curry. Isaac outside. To the left side wing. Here's Embiid. He goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in. Embiid's got 14 points for the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Adams taking his time here. The dish now to Morant. Drives to the hoop. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. On the wing, Thompson. Adams defending. Curry kicks to Embiid. Outside Curry. In the corner, it's Richardson. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Thompson against Morant. Passes to Adams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Richardson.
Well, Adams with the make them pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
And he can't get the first one.
State calls timeout.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Gary Payton comes in for Thompson. Jones checked in for Memphis.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors Dance Team.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Steven Adams, one of the players that we talk about whose numbers really never tell you the whole story about how much he impacts the game. Sets a ton of screens and sets a ton of tone for this team on both ends of the floor.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. So both teams changing it up here. It's stolen by Jones. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front when you look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said Men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Morant against Curry. Shot clock at 6. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Got a piece of it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Some changes for Memphis. Tillman, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Anderson comes in for Bain. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for John Morant. Now here's Payton. He's guarded by Melton. Such a wide open look. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And the Warriors with some changes. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And it's done in for Stephen Curry.
Substitution for your Warriors.
Jones finds Anderson. Back to Jones. Plays it up and banks it in. Jones has got 7 points.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Jones against Dunn. Dishes to Iguodala. That one good for 2. Iguodala's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Tillman. 6 to shoot. From 6 feet. Massey pulls it in.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Now, here's Melton. He's guarded closely. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Done outside. Iguodala outside. 5 on the clock. And that one, good. Dunn's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And the jam with Iguodala.
How about a few tricks still left up the Andre Iguodala's sleeve? Incredible at taking his time that time, but still getting to the rim.
And how about getting the band back together? I mean, Iguodala in a Warriors uniform, considered retirement, and couldn't resist one more run with the team he's won 3 titles with.
.156 left in the 3rd. Clark with a wide open look. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now, here's Dunn. Heat. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dunn against Jones. Anderson outside. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And a chance to check out the stats for Richardson. Last season's performance for him. He averaged about 12 points per game last year, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now here's Anderson. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, Anderson finishing through contact. I like to see him make the midair adjustment to get that ball off.
Dunn against Jones. Dunn passes to Richardson. Here's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And stolen by Dunn. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Payton's shot is off.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Melton passes to Tillman. Back to Melton. Shot clock at 5. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Chris Dunn. Payton is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Embiid, and it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Tillman. And here's Culver. Over Dunn. Culver's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Dunn outside. Embiid sets the pick for Dunn. And the dunk by Embiid.
Hey guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Culver. Here's Tillman. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who is the toughest matchup for you when you play?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult. But in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better. And that was always a challenge. And don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
Joel Embiid. That's his first.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
The other thing they've done is had penetrating passes inside, in the interior, plenty of points in the paint.
Damian Lee, he's checked in for Payton.
Oh, amazing to see someone go from unrecruited to potential MVP someday. That's been John Morant's trajectory.
Now, here's Dunn. There's the pass to Embiid. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 7th assist in the game. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Morant passes to Tillman. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Morant. And the rejection by Embiid.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Thompson inside. Done with it. He's picked up by Morant. And they double up Embiid. Thompson for the triple. No good. And Memphis the other way now.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Pass to Culver. Williams for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Dunn. Thompson outside. Fires for 3. Rebound by Williams.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing this second half in the mud.
Culver passes to Tillman. For a number of seasons, offensive output, Greg, has been on the rise, as we've seen. But last year, it went to a whole different level.
I mean, how about 2 years ago with Dallas? They had the greatest offensive season since all the way back in 1973, averaging over 116 points per 100 possessions. Get this, last year, 7 teams beat that record.
Count that one. Embiid's got 10 points in just the second half.
And check out Embiid's athleticism. Just because he's big doesn't mean he can't move.
Tillman passes to Culver. Here's Conchar, covered by Lee. And there's a whistle that goes on John Conchar. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jackson, he's checked in for Williams. Brooks comes in for John Conchar. And it's Bain in for Culver. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Richardson. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Damian Lee. And Curry subbed in for Dunn.
Coming out onto the court. Get up on your feet and welcome your Warriors. 15.
Now Curry.
Substitution for your Warriors.
Thompson left side. Here's the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists in the game.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Jackson against Green. With the fadeaway. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's 9 points for Jaren Jackson.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Now here's Thompson. From outside, off the mark.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Bain. He's covered by Thompson. 5 to shoot. Jackson a screen on Thompson. Bain, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Out to Brooks. Passes it to Tillman. Memphis moving that ball around. Now here's Morant for 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Curry dishes to Embiid. There's the triple. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Embiid. Embiid's got his 3rd assist on the night. Isaac against Brooks. This one for 3. And Embiid pulls it down.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Curry. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Embiid. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Embiid's got 14 points now in the second half. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and win over a locker room?
I mean, Kevin, that's a great question. And I think there's a combination of confidence and humility that one has to have. And I think, believe it or not, the most important trait, you got to be consistent. Your message cannot waver. It cannot fluctuate. That's one way that you will lose a locker room.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Richardson, he's checked in for Embiid, and it's Payton in for Thompson. And the second free throw, good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Curry. Launches it. The shot by Payton, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Anderson with the ball. Now Green defending. Clark for three. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Jones. And the pass to Anderson. It's stolen by Green. He dishes it to Curry. Isaac outside. Pass to Payton.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Richardson for three. 1:56 left in the game. Anderson outside. Off the left rim and out. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now, there are nights he makes it look easy. Tonight, he's making it look even easier.
Here's Jones following the basket by Stephen Curry. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Tillman from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Isaac's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense, will force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Dubs, Stephen Curry, taking 2.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Curry. And here are the Grizzlies. Pass to Tillman. Memphis moving it around. Here's Clark. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Into the lane. Payne with the bucket.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Payton with the ball. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Stephen. How special is it to share your success with your family?
That's what it's all about, man. I know you know when your kids get to enjoy the game and the show.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.